Evening, I'm Lydia from OUM Penang doing my BBA. Today, I'm going to talk about my subject Introduction to Communication. Question 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, let's start question number 2. Question number 2 is about my negative experience encountered in a group. Okay, whereby we contain over 7 members. In 2010, I was doing a diploma and I was in charge to do a charity fund. So during the charity fund, 7 hours decided to do a charity fund whereby we do some sales of food. Okay, we decided to do some pastries and cakes. During the experience of doing the sales, we have some negative input whereby some people question us whether the food contains of halal or not. So as I said, 7 of us, 5 of us are Indians and 2 of them are Malays. So even though we have we have explain to them that how this halal thing that we purchase the goods from where, still people too much encounter about these issues, and there's no much support about it, and still have some negative input about our explanation towards this halal. But we try our best to explain this halal thing to them, and also we have when we feel that too much not to explain much about this halal, we also put a sign of halal in our stall, whereby even putting the in our stall sign of halal, but still people come and question us, are you sure, are you sure get this good from this halal? How do we know 100% you have you brought this halal thing about? And also we have told that we already put in charge of 2 Malay friends who personally went to this certain shops to get these halal things, and they have prepared from the source coming from. And I believe that we have done our best, but at the end of the day we have do our sales 90%, which the profit of 300, but we also happy with that, but we also learn from the whatever experience that we went through. So in this thing, I believe that people still encounter about halal thing, even though we have okay, second challenges of culture communication challenges are language. Why I would say language is because of the accent. For example, in Malaysia, okay, certain state they have certain accents and slang. For example, Terengganu for finish is abe, but for KL it's habis. So these are the challenges that we'll face in interculture communication. Okay, the third challenges of interculture communication is stereotype. Okay, what is stereotype? Stereotype is a individual assuming of individual act and coming to a conclusion of a group of culture. Why I say that is, for example, Chris from Europe country, you assume that Nikki from Asian country is very timid, reserved type, and able to do a maths. Okay, which is, I feel, a barrier towards this communication, because he came to a conclusion towards Nikki. My fourth and last intercultural communication challenges is body language. What is body language? Body language is a individual body gesture. Okay, and each culture have their each body language. For example, in American, they welcome people by hugging, but in Malaysia, for Malay culture, are prohibited from hugging each other, especially for different genders. Okay, so to avoid these challenges, we need to understand of each culture of body language so that they won't react wrongly towards each other's communication. Okay, my question number 4 is how to improve better intercultural communication. Okay, first point is participating in a group of culture. Okay, why I say this is because individual, when they have the communication towards a group of different culture, will make the person much more better understanding towards the different culture, and also they have ideas how to overcome a better communication towards individual culture. Okay, my fourth and last point of how to improve intercultural communication is embrace agility. Okay, what it means to make better understanding towards other culture, whereby when we have more better understanding towards the other culture, we will adapt and accept towards the individual culture. Okay, of course, I will never the individual when we have our own culture, we doesn't mean that we leave our own culture and adapt with other culture. We sustain our own culture and also adapt together whatever culture that we are going to. For example, Malaysia have a lot of culture, so when we stay in Malaysia, we must adapt of individual different culture. Point number 2 is global business age. Why I would say global business age? When an organization have a good communication skill towards intercultural communication, the individual can able to grow the business into a better level. Why I would say this? The individual can able to communicate and understand the culture of a different culture in different country. This will make the organization to go better and in the next level. The 2 point of how to improve intercultural communication is culture awareness. Culture awareness very important for individual. Why I would say this? When individual communicate of a group of culture, they will much more understanding towards the group of culture. Okay, for example, Tanya from Ireland are transferred to Malaysia. So once she's transferred to Malaysia, she need to know more about the culture of Malaysia. So she need to do her self-studies and to know the background of the culture that they are practicing, so that she'll have a better communication and a better understanding towards their culture. Number 5 is the importance of intercultural communication among Malaysian and non-Malaysian living together. Okay, point number 1 is to enhance better productivity and proficiency. Why I say this better productivity and proficiency? There will be better understanding of culture when individual communicates with a group of culture. Okay, when they have a better understanding towards the other culture, the communication goes smoothly and the productivity will be better. Okay, when this productivity gets better, proficiency will also be better off for individual, because individual have better communication skills towards this culture of a group, so that they will have better communication for this individual culture or for a group of culture. How to improve intercultural communication is by using simple and formal language. Okay, so that nothing a barrier of understanding towards the communication. Okay, well, let's say we are using la for Malaysians is not a formal. You will make misunderstanding for certain culture of people. So to make it much more understanding of communication, so we better use simple and formal type of language. First point is promote mutual acceptance. Okay, individual, when they have a better understanding towards a group of culture, whereby they have a better communication regarding about their culture, this will help them to want to adapt and accept the culture, which is they would like to love to try other culture variety of food and also other culture tradition clothes. Okay, and also this will help the acceptance will help to have a better understanding and less problem occurs. When the less problem occurs, they have a better skills of understanding, and this will make the situation harmony and peace. Thank you for your time, and this is all about my presentation. Thank you.